Okay, good afternoon. StreamYard has shown me today. I said StreamYard, my laptop, the StreamYard, everything. I started this live stream few minutes ago, and the laptop decided I must shut down. And I was trying to click no. He's asking for password. I put in the password. It's still not working. I don't know what happened. He had to restart, update, and yeah, and I'm starting again. So that's why I've hello Chison, hello. How are you? How is the family doing? So I was here earlier, but the laptop suddenly wanted to shut down, restart, and I was clicking no. It was counting down. Other things I'm just clicking is not just working. So then it was now showing updates. So he had to update itself, and yeah, and I had to restart so I changed the thumbnail, trying to, and even before he was saying he wanted to go off, I was finding it difficult to transfer the case study I wanted to share. So maybe that was why it wasn't really going. I heard you. Okay, you can hear me. Okay. So yeah, that's why I have this today. Um, but it's one of those things. What can I say? Uh, yeah. So you're welcome. Thank you, everyone who is going to watch this live stream. And please don't forget to like the live stream. I forgot to set the what's it called, monetize the money advert. I usually forget. I don't know why I would usually just forget. So I'll also go to my what is it called now to see what I can do about that. So please don't play it. Please don't play. Yeah. It's playing at another people, someone else's program. All this stress about YouTube sometimes, Jesus Christ, it is well. So I someone sent me a message about a sister that was going through a bit of a rough time with her husband and her mother-in-law. So, when you're hearing from the third party, and I just keep asking, my mind just said, you know what, just leave it, let it be. Then she not said, oh, can she send me a message? I said, oh, that's fine. I sent the email address. I first of all referred them to the page, but I had to send my email address. And she sent the message, and I'm not going to lie. Majority of what I can see, most of in the email, were my mother-in-law. I think she repeated my mother-in-law like 5, 6 times. This is a woman that is going through a lot, and I think I will give my own judgment or what I see about our own herself, apart from my mother-in-law, towards the end. 2 weeks ago, the live stream I did was also about mother-in-law this, mother-in-law that. I'm not saying daughters-in-law should be rude to their mother-in-law, but mother-in-law seems to be stressing their daughters-in-law a lot. Not that men don't face mother-in-law issue with their wife mothers, but I think we hear like 40% of it, or is 40% or in general. It's not 100%. It's not like the way women complain. You would think maybe it's because they're women to women thing. We always have a fight, but it's a case of it's my own. I own him. If not for me, those kind of a thing. And I think the daughter could say some of these things when maybe when they were dating the. Let me make sure this thing is muted. It forcefully updates itself. Yes, it forcefully updates itself when I was trying to click no update. No, I was clicking no, it wasn't responding. The next thing, other pages that I opened were they were closing and closing and closing. So I have no control of it anymore. So maybe it's had enough of me saying no. I know I did say no a couple of times um, when I use the laptop. Uh, I don't use the same page for my other channel. I created uh, different pages since before I used to do it and I used to jam things together. So now I created different page so that I'm able to have normal. So I'm going to share myself out in case I see someone to join. And if anyone wants to join me, I will appreciate that. Um, I was also saying in my the live stream that got cut off that I want to use this medium to also appreciate my channel members. I appreciate you guys. Thanks for joining me again. For those who come back again, and do I have a new one? Do I have someone new? I think so. I think so. Yeah. So for my channel member, I appreciate you. Thanks for coming back. Yes, I was demonetized few months ago and I've been monetized back again. I think almost a month right now. Um, yeah, it's almost a month right now. It's already a month because I remember the day. It's already a month now, and I was actually would I say reaccepted back into YouTube partnership when the channel got clocked to the same day. To God be the glory, and I pray that I don't fall into their trap anymore because I don't understand I would say I really don't understand what happened. So I did say I was going to make a video to explain what happened. It happened for my on my two channels, and me right now the fact that I have to start up putting pictures of when this one happened because I did save some pictures, but you know what? I really don't feel I have to go through all the stress. I feel I can just discuss it in one of my live stream, and yeah, few people got to know, and it can't happen to anyone. It can happen to anyone. I don't pray that it happens to you. And for those people that see that it happened to someone, maybe they are jubilating. You know what? You never can tell. And you know what? In all things, we will have a lesson to pick out from it. I've learned some lesson in the process of waiting, process of trying to come back, and I was dealt with in two ways. But uh, to God be the glory. That's all I can say. Thank you, Chisona, and thanks for being with me as well. Okay, let me set uh happy weekend. Please bear with me. Happy I treasure during the live stream. If okay, I've been able to upload the Chison. I don't know if you're free. If you want to join, that's fine. Um so a lady decided the lady decided that what I say decided she's complaining, she's fed up really. So I've been able to upload the message that she emailed to me. After I read the messages, the email, I needed to ask questions, and if I keep sending email, it will be back to back to back. So I ask her if she's free to talk. You know, some people would want you to hear their voice or whatever. And she was fine. We talked. And I saw some of this. Sometimes you want help, but you don't want people to know. I don't understand it, but I'm gonna eat that towards the end of this live stream. And I have a word with her anyway. So and she finally agreed that she shared this me share the case study without yeah, I should share the case study without um should I say without our name. Treasure is fine and place, thank God. Okay, so I'm gonna put the case. So it's very tiny. Sometimes when I get it on my WhatsApp, it's a bit easier to screenshot and make back. But if it's on my email as well, I'm trying to make it to fit into the page. So is there anything I need to say that I have not said? Because I'm always forgetting one thing. Okay, so here we go. I will see if I can be reading as well. Let me use my phone to read. Hey, oh, my fan, oh, my fan. Where am I? Where am I? Where am I? In class, but you can drop link. Oh, you're in class today. Hold on, today's Saturday, isn't it? I hope I'm not coming on. Hey, mi mà ti ń gbàgbé nǹkan Olúwa gbà mí. Yeah, I'm right. Today's Saturday. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. How are you, host?
I'm good. Thank you very much. Happy weekend. How are you as well?
Weekend. Congratulations on your channel. Welcome back to the YT Street.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. What can I say? Yeah, I was saying 2 weeks ago. I don't think you were around there. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure. I was talking about mother-in-law. How mother-in-law will.
Yeah, I started immediately you clicked go live. I heard everything.
Okay, yeah. Okay,
You're
that's
not
fine.
looking at the comment section.
Oh, um, I read some of them. Yeah, I noticed you stopped.
I'm here.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm in class, but I can drop link. Okay, yeah. Um, the conversation is a bit long. I mean, on the screen, I have to make it that way so that we can able to read it. Um, I don't know if you've had time to read it or as you. I can keep talking while you're reading, so you get the consent of the email. Email, yeah.
Mhm. Go ahead and read it, especially for those that
Or I
gonna
should.
read it later.
Sam, can you?
Hello, guys. If you're just joining us, please click on the thumbs up and support this family.
Thank you. Okay, so I'll reach. And when I had my baby, I only get to see him 5 times a day to feed him. My mother-in-law refused to allow him spend time with me, and it bothers me. I spoke to my husband about it. He kept telling me to be appreciative that she's helping me. Hmm. My mother can't come. She's had a serious fight with my mother-in-law even before we got married. My husband cajoled me to allow his mother come first for Omugbo since he's the first child. This will allow us bond. My mother-in-law, yeah, MLW. I think it's my mother-in-law. Was has been with us for 8 months now. I've lashed out twice and I've been pressured to apologize to her and our two other children. I feel caged and my husband is not helping matter. He spent about an hour on his mother's room. I think in his mother's room, she meant to say, before seeing me when I get back when he get back from work. Even when I stare close to the door when he spent his step into the house, he greets me quickly and head to the mother's room. My mother-in-law receives visitors like she's the owner of the house, and that is when she remember I exist and send me to serve them and clean up after they've left. I don't cook for her. She doesn't eat my food, and our son rather eats mommy's food to please her. He finally told me to stop talking about my mom coming over if I still want this marriage. My son doesn't really know me. He laughed and recognized my husband's siblings as they dash in and out of the house 3 to 4 times per week, especially the weekend. My sister-in-law's husband told me to find my way out because they are not ready to change, stating that after he had a serious conversation with his wife, which is the sister-in-law, he realized they promised to be by her side all through her life when they were growing up. It was tough for her to raise them up alone when their dad died, and later his family dealt with their mom bitterly until she ran off, relocated, and brought them up single handedly. She started praying. Should I start praying for my mother in law to end or run with my child or without my child? I am tired of begging her when I did no wrong and apologizing to my brother and sister in law for offending their mom. My husband has zero respect for me. He just wants me to open up when he's ready at night to release. Please advise. Yes. Okay, so that's the case. I don't know if Chison is still here.
I'm here. Oh, this is crazy. I'm here. Oh my God.
Yeah, so what like I said, when I heard from someone, the person that told me until when they said okay, she can send me. I read it and I was moved to tears. But I rather speak to her, and even when I was asking her a question, I'm an emotional person. Even look at me that I want to advise someone, I'm even crying. I had to compose myself at the stage that she was telling me things and things I
Yeah,
don't.
yeah.
I feel like hearing from the mother-in-law, like at least you have something to say. But the way at which this lady was crying when explain, she's hurting. Let me allow you talk.
I don't know how she got herself into that mess, but this is a big mess. All the
Seriously,
same, grandma might be trying to be a good grandma, but she's going too far.
too much.
She's going too far because every woman will always want that time for the two. Time for two. Is that what they call it? There's always need for the husband to spend more time with her than the mom. But it's always a kind of confusion each time either mom or grandma is living with the a new spouse or even old spouse. So I don't know if they are gonna be living together forever or is that a visit, but it's like she's living with them permanently. And so this is not gonna end in a hurry. Hello, if you're just joining us, please remain here, give us a thumbs up. Thank you for joining.
Oh, I don't know how I muted myself. Yeah. So
It's okay.
I asked her if she has any time. Is there any time frame where when her mother-in-law was going to be leaving? Maybe she should be looking forward to that and just kind of because I wanted to tell her that where you started from to when she's leaving, it's not up to that. So you should be you just be counting that, and then when she leaves, I think you can start making some changes and some making up make an agreement with your husband, what's going to happen next and all. She said no, that the woman is not going, that she's had that conversation with her husband that day. Her husband said that until when her mom passed that, she said my mama go die for this house. You understand what that means
Imagine,
now?
imagine
So
saying that for that house you go die.
yeah, I now said, oh,
Wow, wow.
what about the house in Nigeria? Did they not have, because I wanted to know maybe she abandoned her home. She said she's left. She has packed and bye bye. She only speaks to people maybe over the phone, and she has some friends here now. So it's like mommy is not ready to leave yet. It's a bit difficult. To me, well, I think government will have to come
It's
into the
really
situation so
difficult.
far.
It's really difficult. And Mama would have known as a woman that there is always a woman time. Mama, you left your own house. Why not understand that these people need time for themselves? I know Papa is gone too, their grandpa.
That's what I wanted to say. That the pain the mom went through, the mom, the mother-in-law. I think she's transferring that. She's using that to hold her children. Those times that I can
Yeah,
understand that.
that's not nice at all.
Even making those children to promise her that you stand by my side. I do what those kind of thing, but I think you get to a stage where these children should know that I'm mature enough to know that my wife is my wife. The place of my wife is different from the place of my mom. Maybe they felt if their mom lives with them is part of showing her love. I don't know if you read where she said our brother-in-law is her
Even
sister-in-law.
the sister.
Hmm?
Well, you said the sister said something about their mother that is not going to stop in a jiffy.
Because they promised her that they will be by her side till the end of her life.
Better do them part. It doesn't make sense.
You're welcome, Moju Talk Show. Thanks for joining.
Why is it to do?
Yeah,
It doesn't
so
make sense at all. That's not how to show mama that you love mama.
yeah, and she said when she get to the when it got to a state that she would, when she knows that her husband is about to get in, she will go near the door, so that at least he can see her first, because usually he would just go straight to mama's room. They will be there for a while talking, until when he will finally come in. The husband hardly eat her food. Mama will cook, everything is just mama. So she feel like she's the housemaid. I said, just take it like you've come to look after that son. Because I know a time will come where you have your thing back, but it's a lot. It's really deep. I really feel for her.
Some people are so inconsiderate. That is why I love my sister in law, that though she has passed. I was living without my sister in law, and everybody in my neighborhood then in Lagos thought she was my mom. She is so considerate that we call her Big Mommy, and then I'm the small mommy. We lived for 5 years without issues. This is because she knows her boundaries. She knows
Yeah.
when to stop. If there is an issue between me and my husband, she's the one to settle it and put the man in his place like, guy, you need to get this together. You don't do this, you don't do that. And luckily, I've not been the problem though. And that was why we lived together. She knows that a man should have a time with the family, with the immediate family, with the wife. She has her space and she maintained her space. So I don't know why Mama will take the place of the wife and then couldn't see anything wrong with that. To the extent of seizing their baby in the pretense that she's the good mama, because that is the eyes that they were seeing her from. Eh? You should be happy that mama is even helping you. Helping me with what? That the baby will never come to me. I don't understand.
Yeah. And I think the um our sister's in-law's husband, which is our brother-in-law, would I say, yeah, for him to have advised her that these people are not ready to stop yet, you know, for him to talk to her like all these things these people are doing, I'm seeing it, but you know what? I think he also has what he's dealing with the mother-in-law, but the fact that the mother-in-law is not living with them, is at peace a bit, rather than if the mother-in-law is the one living with them. I asked if the sister-in-law hasn't given birth, maybe at least to allow mama go to the to go and do a proper
Yeah,
omugo.
needs to go to somewhere else. At least
She should,
sometimes
yeah,
you move.
she should go to
Or
the
is that
lady's
the only
house.
son? I know one guy like that. This guy over here in the US. After some time, their mom is with them. You ask them about their mom again in church. They'll be like, she needs to go somewhere else. I say, sure. Una serious. Oh. And that's what they do to her. So the man is never saying it that, oh, my wife don't want my mom. But the guy will be the one that will say, Mama, you go to my sister's house. Another state, they will bundle her. She will go.
Yeah, if it's rotational, it's nice, but I think maybe because she's been doing it for a while, and she's getting the would I say go ahead from her husband, as in the mother-in-law is not being scolded by her son. The son is not putting her in her place or speak to her that, you gave birth to us, you did this, we appreciate that, but she needs to be, this is my wife, this is the person I'm going to spend the rest of my life with. In as much as we promise to be by your side, it doesn't mean that you're my wife. So I think it's encouraging the woman to treat her anyhow. Anyway, she's an orphan, from what I kind of gather when I had the word with
Yeah,
her.
yeah. So there's nowhere she's going. She's gonna deal with it.
Yeah, it's well. I just feel like mother-in-laws. I don't know. Maybe it's just they always have this payback um in their mind. You know, like I'm going to pay you back, or I'm going to pay my son's wife back on own how my
Mm,
mother-in-law treated me. Some people they do it as if it's an exchange of baton,
yes.
the way their mother-in-law treated them. So they also want to do the same thing to their own daughter-in-law. And they will be reminding them that, you know what my mother-in-law did to me? You're even your own even small. Ah,
Mm.
yeah, that your own is even small. So this one that you're getting from me, I even they do I'm small, small. Mine was more than that. And another thing is that she doesn't work.
Hmm.
What I mean was she's not working like a paid job. Yeah, and I know her child is still very young, but she wasn't working before that. So the man takes absolute control. I mean, he pays the bill, do everything. So she's totally reliable. You know,
Incapacitated.
pardon me?
Totally incapacitated.
Yes.
Now, if mama claims to be the one taking care of the child, she should go get a job. She needs a job, even if there's child or no child, she needs a job. Because if anything happens to a man, what happens to the family? The idea that a woman will just sit because there is money. How about the source of the money suddenly going, which is the man? What's she gonna do? They'll kick her out. So she needs a job.
Um, this place where she said that mom had a fight with them. It was the person that raised her up. That is a mom. Do you understand what I mean?
Yes, yes, yes.
It wasn't a biological mom. Like it's not a birth mom. It's not a birth mom, but she's the one that
Oh,
I said she's an
oh,
orphan. It was when I was talking to her later that I was asking that when do when they come when they came to ask for her in marriage, what kind of fight did your mom have with her? Because she said that mom had a fight with her mother-in-law before they got married or something like that. So I wanted to know maybe the woman was transferring some people still have this anger in them and they will still be showing the girl. And she said, well, it wasn't a birth mom, but she was one that raised her. Also, it's a mom too, though, you understand. But it was
mhm,
just this controlling habit. That was why the woman just got upset one day and went to her mother-in-law and gave her the piece of her mind. And you still married the man.
mhm.
Now I don't know if she's mama is doing this with an intention to hurt her, or she doesn't see
You
it
know
as
what?
that she's doing
They don't
anything
see
wrong.
and finish. This
Hmm?
one is called see finish. Do you know
Mm.
what it means? Because they know her to her roots that she's not gonna do nothing.
They know she has no, she has no one to. I feel for her anyway. The advice, what do we advise?
She is married, she is married. There's nothing to do about it. Will you tell her to leave her marriage? No. It's not a case of infidelity, it's just a case of submission and power tussle. For her to be there, she needs to understand that Mama has the second place in the house after Oga. And so if she want to be in the third place, let her take third. And if she's not careful, she will be the fourth because the sister-in-law, the brother-in-law, everybody will line up and she will be at the end of the line.
She
If
has
she
no say in
slowly
the house. She
starts
said they come in
breaking,
and out.
start breaking.
Yeah, she said whenever the woman claimed that she's done, maybe sometimes when she call her to come and clean up or whatever, and she does it grudgingly. Sometimes you're not happy, you just frown your face. The woman will get angry that why is your face like that? You know the way you scold your house girl or something like that. Then she will start screaming, oh, then the next thing she will call her children. And before you know it, when they close from work or some will even leave work and come and be warning her, and she'll be crying. The next thing she will beg mama for
Mm.
like a week. Every morning she'll go and be kneeling down and the woman, mom, I'm greeting you, I'm
I
begging you.
begging mama. Yeah, that one is not marriage now.
She said when if that woman call, she will not call just her husband. When she drops, she will call the sister-in-law and say, look at this one, no. Then she will call that day, they are all coming. You see that they will close early and come and they will start. That you already know that time is ticking. The moment you hear the door, your heart will be. She's so when she says she's tired of
Yeah.
advertising, I
No,
just
no,
thought
no, 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 no.
I,
That
I
is
mean I told her
a toss. Did
to
I
go
say I don't
this
have an
kind of
advice for her?
the road.
You did not explain all these ones now. This one is
No, that was when I discussed with her. This is what she sent to me. That's why I can bring out. But when I had the word with her, because I needed to know, because she said she's tired of begging them for the offense. So I asked question, what is the, why exactly have you done? She said she lashed out. I don't know if you read that place. Did you hit her? I wanted to know, maybe did you raise your hand on your mother-in-law? Because that one, she said no. That she one day that she said to her that, why you treating me as if she's not, that she's treating as if she's not human, that, and you're doing as if you did not give birth. You're also a mother, that she doesn't treat her like human, something like that. And the woman got angry. You know, the woman is just using advantage of the fact that her husband is not supporting her. If not, I think the woman should have stopped all these things. So, but whenever she said two or three, is it three times or so, she said that the woman has called, and when her children comes, they will say, hey, they will start with her, she will beg. The next day, her husband will be keep telling her to go and be begging mama. So every morning she'll have to go to mama room. When she knock on the door, she might not respond. She will just open the door, kneel down there and be begging. Later she will get up, she will go back. I don't know. I asked her, did they send you to school? Maybe she's me, I told her, there's something, this place at the call Citizen Advice Bureau. There are other places where you could go for help. I just told her to try and see, maybe she can contact them and tell them, because this is not fair. You understand? The woman is in total control of the house. You're just like, even a maid that you employ, they will know their chores, do their chores and be in their room. But now that your son doesn't even have that time, alone time with you, it's only when he wants to breastfeed, she will bring her, stay there, and he's done. She will collect him and he will bop and he's going. She's going with the child. She doesn't have that. I asked that, you guys not have a lounge where the baby play and you sit down there and be watching. I ask lots of questions, and I don't like asking questions, but it was because of how she was saying the thing, and she was crying. She was really emotional. For me, from what I see from everything, is that it's someone that needs help. She's asking for help, but she doesn't want help from a particular place, because sincerely, I told her to go to Bodo Yubo. I don't know if you know the Bodo Yubo. I felt maybe having a what is it called? Women's forum, something like that. When people speak. She said her mother-in-law can hear. She said she was just giving one excuse or the other, but she kept crying. You understand? She kept crying. I don't know, that I'm tired. If you run away with your child, how are you going to fend for your child? You need to be able to be stable, to be able to fend for yourself before you can take a move. Or you run to the government. It's not as if I asked if she doesn't have a paper. Maybe that's why she's still stocking up. Sometimes you don't want to lose that thing. You're still waiting for that year to click, so that when you have your thing, then you want to fight for. She said no, that they've already gotten it with her son too. Okay. Tell him you want to go and greet your mom. Abby? I don't know if you're still here. Yeah, I said you should tell him that he wants to start and visit Nigeria. You want to visit your mom with your child, then at least you'll have a break, and then maybe you want to come back or not. It was just that, oh, they might not want to agree. They will know she might not. Her mother-in-law, she was just saying, my mother-in-law. Her mother-in-law is the problem she has. She's not. She doesn't talk much about her husband. She's not really picking much on her husband. The complaint is, my husband will tell me to go and beg her. My husband doesn't eat my food. But most complaints is the mother-in-law. This mother-in-law has taken total control of the home, and sadly, our other children too, are also in control. I pity her. I don't know what to do, but I've told her I'm going to share this for other people to learn, because when I'm telling her, why don't you try this? She will give one excuse on this. It's like you don't want, where do you want your help to come from when you don't want it to public? So even with this one, do I know who is going to see this just as well? But because I've had a war with her, I just feel that maybe when the time is right for her, she will take the move. The husband doesn't strike her, which could have been there because I asked her, he doesn't strike. You know when I mean by strike, laying his hand, beating her, he doesn't do that. It's just those verbal blah 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 blah. And the mother-in-law treats her like as if she's a slave. I don't want her to run off because of her child for now. Because some people might end up not, she might not really have, it might take a while for her to have access to her child because they would lay a lot of lies, complaint against her. They might say, oh, she's not mentally stable. That's why the mother-in-law was helping her out, that the child is not saving her. And there's a lot that I think they could say if she's not documenting this thing and calling for help. But in as much as she's still trying to hide it, I don't want to put my husband in trouble. I don't want, but you're not okay. Anyway, that's what I have today. I really don't want the live stream to be too long though. But that's the case. I don't want you to pray that your husband, your mother-in-law God should call your mother-in-law yet. But I'm sure her days are not as the days that she spent on her. I'm not God. I'm sure her days is very close by because if she doesn't stop, who knows? She's talking about maybe God should call her. No, she might even be. What if she's sick? If she's sick, she won't be able to look after that child. You have a grip of your own child. So there's so many ways where God can intervene. That was because when I start telling her, why don't you try so forum? Why don't you try this one? She will say, this one, and she listen to this one, and she will this one, even this your own self. She feels yam, she will this one. There's not how people would not have to learn. But mine is don't pray that God should take her. But pray that God should intervene. God should make her busy. It might be sickness. I'm so sorry to say. Because if you don't like that to be done to your own daughter, why are you doing it to someone else? And she's married, for Christ's sake. Why don't you give her the freedom? Give her a space for the boy. I'm sorry to call him for her husband. He's still a boy, mommy's child. Mommy's boy. So it's still going to take a while before he can fight for his wife. Right now, mommy comes first. I know if the mother-in-law is sick, it's extra work for her because she'll be looking after her and be looking after the child. Okay, you're still here. Okay, no problem. Yeah, and still be looking after the child. But this one, that's the whole family. I also ask, I remember also, is there a way you can talk to your husband? Maybe you guys can move house. Maybe she won't go with you guys. She'll go to daughter. She said even this daughter lives very close to them. So because I'm wondering also, why did they pop in and out? Why did they do this weekend thing that she said they come in? Did they not have a life? Did they not go out? Like I asked questions today saying that I felt like my question were too much, and I don't like asking too much question. I don't like to make people feel uncomfortable. So I said it that you don't mind, I might have to ask some question. Okay, I have one more question. Should I go ahead or we should call it a day? She said, oh, you can ask. I'm just tired, ma. I'm just Chison, I'm seeing another you, but it's showing disconnect. The no connection, not distant, but he's gone now. Yeah, that's the case for me. If anyone had for advice, please you can drop that. But I just want us to learn from this as well. What people are going through. There are some mother-in-laws that they, even with all this noise that we're all hearing, they are not backing off. They are not tuning their this thing down. They are still holding on to their child. Yeah, they are still holding on to their child as if is their property. You're welcome back. Two of you in the studio. Hello, Jason. Hello. Okay, she's gone again. Okay. So, mother-in-law, it is well. I pray that the new us, the we, I mean, I'm saying the new us, the us that is going to become mother-in-laws very soon as time goes on. Like this one is going to pass the baton to us somehow. We're not going to do this to our daughter-in-law, to our sons-in-law. I think the mother-in-law is too dependent on the children, especially the son. And I feel that she takes the son as a replacement of her husband. You know how mothers would take their first son, especially their first son, their children becomes their husband. When the husband has misbehaved and left, these children becomes they are my husband, they are my this one. But the first son, he has a lot to pamper mommy, to want to not want mommy to cry. All those times they were growing up, those pity uh times that the mother was were going through, maybe the boy was more of a compassionate one, the one that listen more to the mom and knows when the mom is really down, and have much interest of the mom at heart. And I think the mother has seen it that this one has my interest at heart, is not as strong as others, so she has used that to kind of hold him down. Those things, those times when you'll be saying, oh, promise me all this suffer, I will not suffer in vain. And the boy will be like, oh no, nobody now that when you go marry, they will be saying, never, I promise you, mommy. I'm just imagining, because from what she said, this lady said, the brother-in-law told her. That's why I was picturing that for the woman to make them to promise never to leave her. I think they need to I think they need to review their promises, which is using against them. I pray that God open the guy's eyes to be able to sit the mom down and say, you know what, we need to review this promise that we had. I was a bit younger then. Now I am a married man, and I still love and respect you, but we need to draw a line at this is where you shouldn't cross. It will hurt me. Else, just say you want to give birth to a child and you want a nanny to look after it so that your mommy will be looking after it. That's how I see it anyway. When some um wife pray for their mother-in-law to have to go before their time, we don't find it okay. And some people don't like to hear that whoever is coming to date them already still has a mom, because they feel the mom is going to be a stumbling block. And these are part of the reason. You're welcome, Beauty by Angie. Good afternoon. Happy weekend to you. How is your family doing? Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, so some women, some ladies wouldn't want their husband for them to still have their mom, because it's a problem. It is a problem. They don't want it. And they wouldn't want their own child to have someone that would be expecting them to have gone as well. But sometimes when we see this mother-in-law issue, how some of them are so clingy to their son, you'll be wondering, when you know you're gonna be this clingy, why do you want them to marry? Why? Maybe why? Or they should have told her from the beginning that, oh, this is what you're just gonna give birth. You'll be the wife. I will be the one in control. I'll be look. At least when she knows, I think it might help too. Even when she knows, some of them, when they are more enlightened after a while, they wouldn't want to take that. Um, they wouldn't want to go ahead anymore. But for us, it's a learning curve for us. Let's to make sure we don't extend this to our own children. Because one way or the other, you see the children of nowadays, one sorry. Let me say that in, how do I say that in English? This Yoruba that I picked up recently. Meaning they take no nonsense. Some of them don't want to care if you're their mother or their mother. They will tell you, they will spell it out to you that you are wrong, you are in a wrong. It's not the one that when you get you offended your mother-in-law, they want you to go and be begging. This is another point as well, and it causes some hatred. I've experienced this with sisters, not mother-in-laws side. Sometimes, as we grow, there's sometimes that maybe your elder sisters or brother will do something hurtful to you. And when you guys have disagreement, you are told later to go and appease, to go and apologize. Go and meet your sister and say you're sorry. After they've been the one at fault. And it caused some serious sisters rivalry. I mean, sisters hatred for each other. And I'm talking from experience because I've been through some that I'm just what do you dislike me? Some of them use it as their way to deal with you because they know they will even be telling you, I'm older than you, I'm your senior. I just want that when you still come back and use that your mouth to apologize, you see that you rub your mouth on the floor. And I've been asked to rub my mouth. Oh my, I used to hear it, but the day she said, do it. Oh, come on now. So being asked to go and apologize because they are older than you, they are your mother-in-law, they are your sisters-in-law. So from what she's written, she did not state when she had to apologize to her sisters-in-law. I think she didn't, but she told me she will still be told to go and apologize. Her husband would tell her, you need to go to social distance, or when she comes, you need to apologize without when, like, why do you have to go and be begging them for because you offend mama? This is not marriage. She doesn't have family or no. She has a mom, not a birth mom though, but she's in Nigeria. Seriously, I had some question. Even there are some question I don't I couldn't ask her because I don't want it to be as if I'm too nosy. It got to a stage I wanted to ask where exactly does she live? What area here does she live? But I sent her to the government place where she can find up and email them so they can visit home because it's becoming too much. The child, you don't even know. This one hurt me. This one touched me. You don't even know if the child has rash on his back. They only bring him. Oh, time to feed. After beating, you give him. She will sit down next to you. It's not as if she will go and come back like, oh, you can now say maybe you have slept. She said she has not backed the child. Oh no, she has not. You know when the way we back our child, put them behind others. And no, she said she has never. Oh, that one touched me when because she was really crying. She said, I have never backed my son. I have never this one. I just said no, this is too much. Anyway, to the upcoming moms, beauty that by MG, your mother of six. I think you are four sons. Mother-in-laws, please, we have to just release them. May God help us. Because some people just don't like their daughter-in-laws. They just have that personal hatred. But I pray God will intervene in this lady's situation. Like I said, she's asked the three options that she has is what she wanted to be spoken to about much. That's the advice she wants. She wants people to tell her. She wants me to tell her as well. When I was referring her to go to social place to seek for help, she kept giving one excuses or the other. I'm just thinking to myself, like, it seems the thing has not hit you where until when they send you out of the house. So our three options is maybe she should run away with her son, or pray that God calls her mother-in-law home soon. Me, I will not say you should start praying for God to call your mother-in-law, because she too will be praying that God extends her life. Has she given her life to Christ fully? I don't know. But it's not fair. It's not fair on the husband. She wasn't picking much on the husband, but she's hammering on her mother-in-law. She's hurting. She's hurting. I wonder the look the mother-in-law is giving her in the morning or when she's sending her errand. She doesn't cook for her. Like she said the few times that she doesn't eat, she's always complaining that the food is not sweet enough or whatever. No, she not put ugiri or something. That woman complained. Anyway, so she doesn't cook for her. She only make her own food. And her husband eats more from the mother because she doesn't want mommy to get angry. So you can see that her husband is still mommy's boy. And it will take God's intervention. Mine is that pray that God give that woman to make that woman busy. She feels sick. Maybe if your sister-in-law gets pregnant, she will go there. You have time for your house and your son. It's not for her to be called home. I just feel I'm so sorry that I'm mentioning sickness. It might be a mild sickness that she won't have time to start looking after a child. She will be sorting herself out. Maybe she'll be staying in front of TV every morning with NSPPD and be saying, Amen, 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 Amen. I remember before my surgery, my spine surgery, me too, I was saying, Amen. When she's done, she'll be praying for miracles. She won't have time to start battling your child with you. It does not have to come to the end of her life. She can be busy sorting one thing. See, arthritis. I'm so sorry, guys. When arthritis starts dealing with mama, things that old age things. Oh God, it's getting those old age signs, pains. When she start dealing with it, that she doesn't have time to look after, then you'll be saying sorry, mama. You'll be looking after your child, then you'll be saying sorry, mama. Then she will go to her daughter. Maybe they will be able to beat her. But I do not agree to Mama being on live. I feel that she might still have time to, ask God to change her ways before the Lord call her home. Unfortunately, she's going through this. She doesn't want to go through this government right now, but I've given her the link to how she can go through the government to seek for help. And maybe they can, because there's no how, they will still need to invite her husband in to ask questions and all that. It's now 1 hour. Let me just stop talking. The main point is the lady needs help. She allowed me to share this just for people to learn. What she just wanted to know is maybe it's advisable for her to run away, run away with her son, or pray for her mother-in-law to be called home soon. And none of them do I find very okay. The only option I can pick from the three is you can run, but to the government where you can find help. If you run to your friend, they will get tired of you at a stage and send you back. And you wouldn't want to be too far away from your son because they could lay some allegation against you. They might say you're not mentally okay. That's why the mother-in-law has been taking care of that child. They will rope something on you to give reason why the mother-in-law is in charge of the child so that you don't hurt the child. In a nutshell, they will say they are protecting the child and protecting you. And in that part, they are right. They are trying to they justify the reason for this. They could just ask them, what was on record on this lady? Has she been seen with so thing, or after she had the baby, did she have postnatal depression? Has anything they want to see something in a record to show this, and what are the complaints that you've made? So I've also told that to also request to see the doctor. And because sometimes when you request to see the doctor and you make some complaints about certain area paining you, and they might call you in to come for them to see you. And during that time, I don't think your mother-in-law will want to go with you. Maybe you have one-on-one time with the doctor and they can now send a referral. You can tell them what exactly the issue is, that you only use this method to get out of the house, so you could. and they will know that you need help, and they will take it off from there. If anyone is going through this kind of case and you're here, this is one of the ways where you can get yourself out. If you're not really allowed to go out and you don't want to do social things, there's numbers to call. Sometimes when you go to those public toilets, at the back of the door, you could see the numbers to call where they will ask if you're being ABUS, if you think you're in danger, the numbers to call. You don't have to give them all the details at first, but you will find where they will help you. They will give you contact numbers to contact and way forward. And you can email as well. That's for people here. I don't know that country. I'm sure there are other ways where you could contact where the people living at home with you might not know. And it's for your own safety and for the safety of the child as well. And for the mother-in-law, yeah, she has 3 other children, 2 other children, because there are 3, a boy, the husband, the another son, then the daughter. So there are 3. She has other 2 children to go to flange muzzle on, so you can also have your rest. It is well. I don't pray any of our children fall into this kind of a mother-in-law issue or this kind of a man, because I don't think the man is strong enough to have a say. And I think the woman is manipulating the son based on the promise he promised when he was a lot younger, when the mother was raising them up. So the woman is using it as an advantage because he knows that he's a type that will keep to promise. The sister-in-law that is telling her husband that, oh, they are supporting their mom because they promised their mom that they will never leave her till the end. Why can't she tell her mom to come and live with her? Why can't she tell her that, Mama, come and be living with me, come and spend 2 months with me too, so that lady can have a rest? So I have a feeling that they all know what they are doing. The firstborn is the mama husband. It is well. Thanks everyone for being here, for the support. I appreciate you. God bless you. Bye everyone.